Spain and Denmark. Insane is Her Royal Highness Princess Leonor's arrival stuns all. The air in Copenhagen was filled with quiet expectation. Royal watchers believed they had seen it all before: the formal arrivals, the polished handshakes, the rehearsed smiles. But then came a moment that shattered every script. Princess Leonor of Spain, radiant and poised, stepped into Denmark not as a visiting heir, but as a force of presence so overwhelming that both Spain and Denmark seemed to pause in disbelief. What stunned the world was not merely her arrival, it was the unspoken message it carried. This was no ordinary royal appearance. This was history unfolding before our very eyes. And what followed left the royal families, and millions across Europe, reeling with emotion and anticipation. Her entrance was not marked by ceremony alone, but by the raw reaction of the people. Gasps, cheers, and even tears filled the air as Spaniards and Danes alike realized they were witnessing a moment of deep symbolic weight. The future Queen of Spain was here, walking into the heart of Denmark, where whispers of unity, love, and duty collided into one breathtaking scene. But why did this particular arrival feel different from all others? And what hidden truths lay beneath the polished surface of that unforgettable moment? From the very beginning of her journey, Leonor has walked a tightrope between duty and personal destiny. Spain has watched her grow, not just as the daughter of King Felipe and Queen Letizia, but as the living promise of continuity in a fragile monarchy. Denmark, meanwhile, sees her through another lens: the partner of Crown Prince Christian, the boy who will one day ascend the Danish throne. Together, their story is more than romance. It is the intertwining of two legacies, and with each step she takes in Danish soil, the weight of that destiny grows heavier. But the true shock lay in what unfolded next. Queen Margrethe herself, rarely one to display unmeasured emotion, greeted Leonor with a warmth so personal it silenced every doubt. In that instant, centuries of tradition gave way to something deeply human, a grandmotherly embrace of the future. And yet, behind the smiles, tension lingered. For every royal embrace comes with whispers of duty, responsibility, and the sacrifices that lie ahead. What struck many observers was Leonor's composure. At only 19, she carried herself not as a nervous guest but as if the corridors of Danish palaces were already familiar. Was this a sign of confidence born from love, or preparation born from destiny? Spanish commentators suggested she was already stepping into her role as Europe's future bridge, uniting two monarchies at a time when unity feels more fragile than ever. Danish voices, meanwhile, whispered of a deeper significance, that her presence might be shaping the very image of Denmark's next chapter. And yet, for all the applause, the arrival also reopened questions Spain has struggled to answer. How much of Leonor's path is her own choice, and how much is dictated by centuries of tradition pressing on her shoulders? For Queen Letizia, watching from afar, the moment was bittersweet. Her daughter's triumph was undeniable, but so was the distance, physical, emotional, and historical, that now stretched between them. Reports suggest Letizia was deeply moved, caught between pride and a mother's quiet ache at letting go. The most unexpected reaction, however, came not from Spain or Denmark, but from the people themselves. Young Danes lined the streets holding Spanish flags. Spaniards traveled to Copenhagen just to witness the moment. Their cheers, their tears, their chants created something no royal decree could manufacture: authentic unity born from shared admiration. Was this the beginning of a new era where royalty connects directly with the people, beyond the walls of palaces and protocols? And still, the curiosity lingers. What conversations happened behind those gilded doors? What did Queen Margrethe say to Leonor in private? Did she offer her blessing, or her warning? Did she see in Leonor the same fire she once carried as a young monarch stepping into duty? Every unanswered question only fuels the sense that this arrival was not just a visit, it was the opening chapter of a new royal legacy. The world waits now, with bated breath, for what comes next. Will this symbolic meeting pave the way for an official union between the Spanish and Danish royal houses? Will Leonor's path be guided by love, by duty, or by the delicate balance of both? And what sacrifices will she be asked to make, as the demands of her throne in Spain collide with her future alongside Christian in Denmark? One thing is certain: her arrival in Copenhagen has shaken Europe's monarchies to their very core. It was more than an event. It was a revelation, a glimpse of the future, wrapped in elegance, courage, and undeniable destiny. As Spain and Denmark continue to process what they witnessed, one truth stands unshaken: Princess Leonor has arrived, not just in Denmark, but in history itself. And from this moment forward, nothing will ever be the same.